A 9-year-old boy saves his parents after a tornado flips their truck and leaves both with broken backs. I'm going to read into this story from Positive Outlook, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with another episode of Good News Stories. And it's a mixed one because it is good, but at the same time, it's also quite sad as well. But this one is about a 9-year-old boy who saves his parents after a tornado truck flips and leaves both with broken backs. Obviously, anything that happens to your parents can be a very horrific and traumatic moment for you. But sometimes your instincts can kick in, and that's what happened with this 9-year-old boy. His instincts kicked in, and he was like, okay, what am I going to do? I've got to do something to save my parents. And that's exactly what this young man did. And in that situation, you know, there's a lot of you can feel a lot of emotions running through you. Sometimes you could get scared, panicky, nervous, whatnot, and sometimes you might freak out. There can be lots of things running through your mind when something like this is happening, and that's exactly what was happening to this young man. But it saved his parents' life, what he did, which I think is an incredible, and it's incredibly brave, you know, to leave your parents' side to get the help that you need to help save your parents. And that's what he did in this really troubling situation. So a historic 9-year-old boy saves his parents and his uncle from a raging Oklahoma tornado when it threw their truck into a pile of trees. Branson Baker, his father, and his mother were in the truck on their way to a friend's storm shelter when the tornado struck late April. One of the most horrific scenes I'd seen in my life, Branson's uncle Johnny Baker had said. 9-year-old Branson miraculously escaped injury when his parents were trapped in the tornado. The last thing Branson told them was, "Mum, Dad, please don't die. I will be back," Branson's uncle said. Using lightning flashes to guide him, he ran a mile in 10 minutes to find help for his injured parents, Wayne and Lindy. They are now recovering at the OSU Medical Center with various injuries, including broken necks, backs, hands, and ribs. Wayne suffered a broken sternum and arm, as well as losing part of a finger. Meanwhile, Lindsay sustained injuries, including a punctured lung and fracture in her jaw and right hand. Branson said, "My Superman was trapped," said Johnny. "So he had to become his Superman and go do what he had to do." And that's exactly what he said. "I had to save my parents." The Bakers, who run a contracting business, are unable to work. Meanwhile, Branson's baseball team wore stickers to support the family during a recent game, which motivated Branson to hit a home run. Johnson is hopeful about his brother and sister-in-law's recovery, crediting Branson's quick actions and strong faith during the devastating Oklahoma tornado incident. A GoFundMe page created by the family praised Branson as a hero, describing him as small but mighty. It highlighted his courage and suggested that he was already on the path to greatness. The Oklahoma tornado that trapped the Bakers was classified as an EF4, which is the most severe category. According to the National Weather Survey, it was the first of its intensity of the state since 2016. They've had some of the Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas, and Texas bore the brunt of the storm's impact, experiencing some of the worst damage per the Daily Mail. Oklahoma faced devastating weekends with 22 tornadoes claiming the lives of 4 people, including an infant, sadly. 62 individuals suffered cuts or piercing, with 27 were suffering injuries or falls. But just don't want to obviously carry on any further, but just it's mainly on this story here. Obviously, it's always sad when some people obviously sadly lose their lives in these difficult and horrific situations, and he could have lost his parents in this situation, but they didn't. And yes, of course, it is tragic what happened to them, without a shadow of a doubt, but they may not be here today if it wasn't for his actions. And it's a very, like I said at the start, it's a very brave and it's a very difficult situation in those circumstances. You have your emotions running high, and he acted on these instincts and managed to get help that he needs. And luckily, his parents are here today because of his actions. And it's a very brave thing. And I hope others can be inspired by his actions. Obviously, any raging from a tornado is obviously a very devastating thing, and any losses of lives is also terrible. But I'm just glad that he was able to save his parents more than anything, and I think that's to be commended without a shadow of a doubt. But what do you guys make of this story? What do you make of the 9-year-old Branson Baker and this story of how he managed to save his parents? How does it make you feel, and does it give you hope about some of the children of the future? You know, especially in these difficult circumstances, different climates and whatnot. That there's still stories like these where children can do something like this and be able to have the courage and be able to save their loved ones when it matters the most. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you found this video enjoyable, please hit the like button, we greatly appreciate it, and share it across social media so others are notified of this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to catch you all very, very soon.